I really try. I've gotten better in my old age.
My old age.
Yeah. My ripe 31. Welcome to this random kitchen in my temporary home this week. I am Brittany Bass, a full-time passenger seat princess and operations manager of Matt Becker Fishing. For those of you who don't know me yet, I am also Matt Becker's girlfriend. He's a professional bass fisherman with Major League Fishing on the Bass Pro Tour, and he is why I am always in random kitchens and why this podcast is named Random Kitchens, because we travel all the time. So we are in our full swing of our second year on this tour. And with this channel and podcast, I get to bring you some of the best wives, girlfriends, and fiancés to talk about their lives, their families, their superstitions, because we have them too, and all the goodness that goes into the behind the scenes of making a tournament season possible. So this is episode 14 of Random Kitchens. Welcome back, everyone. We are sitting in Oklahoma. I said getting ready for stage 5, but we're actually in stage 5 right now. So on Eufaula, and the weather has been kind of outrageous. So this tournament is going to be very, very interesting and super crazy. So when this episode airs tomorrow, we'll have been in full swing. So it will be actually day 2. It will be live for Group A, which both of our guys are in Group B. So they'll be live the next day. What is that? Friday. But tune into MLF.com to see what's going on, because it is really wild. So today I'm very, very excited to introduce you to this very hardcore fitness mama to 2, a turkey huntress, and one of the first people I ever met in this fishing family. So please meet the amazing wife of BPT professional angler Zach Burge. This is Kristina Burge.
Hello.
So welcome to my random kitchen, and this is actually my random kitchen this week versus other people's kitchens. So welcome.
Yes.
So like I said, I have kind of known her since the beginning. I was actually trying to remember exactly when I first met you, and I can't remember if it was through Amanda. I think it was.
It was through Amanda, so I think it was Smith Lake, because we found that like random diner that we all went to eat at. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Through the back, right?
Yes.
Didn't we?
Yes. Yeah.
I couldn't remember. Like, I knew I met her through Brianna at Okeechobee.
Oh yeah.
But then, and I was like, I don't remember like our first.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was Smith Lake.
Nice. Okay. So I have known her basically from the beginning of my fishing journey, which is great. All the people that you meet, it's truly fabulous, like how everything is connected and comes together. But for those who don't know you, who are you, where do you work, and where are you from?
I am Kristina Burge, and I work at Southwest Airlines. I work from home. And then we also have, me and my best friend, we started a basket company. It's Triple B Baskets, and we just make baskets for any occasion. And I am from Oklahoma, so.
Here in this crazy tornado-ridden state.
Yes.
And
you guys came on a bad week.
Oh my God, I swear. So we had one tornado touched down 5 miles from this house, and then another one came through 2 hours south of here, devastated a town, Sulphur, Oklahoma actually, and then another one. They said another storm is coming. I don't know if a tornado is associated with that, but people on TikTok were like, "Yeah, be safe."
I know. I just. If it gets here, it gets here.
It's the only place I've been so far where I went down the road and saw tornado shelters for sale on the side of the road. I'm like, well, I don't know if I've ever been in the market to purchase one of those, but they do look kind of cool. I mean,
yeah, we have one.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to have one here.
Yeah, here.
So, yeah.
You just, hopefully it goes by and doesn't take your house.
Yeah.
So how many years have you and Zach been fishing on a professional, national professional circuit?
So this is our 10th year.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a good one. 10 years.
Long
Dang.
time.
I know that is a long time. And then do you currently travel part-time, full-time, or not at all with Zach?
So right now we just travel when Emma is out of school. this week she got to skip school.
Oh.
So, yes.
She's probably loving that.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I don't have to go to school. And I was like, I mean, not this week.
Not this week. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Be like a little sick.
Yes.
So I decided I'm going to try to keep these podcasts consistent with the first half being like the life and love story, family story, then take a break and finish up with like the tournament life and like work life outside of that. And keep that in the second half just so if you guys want to listen to part or whole or anything like that. But before we do all that, obviously, you guys know we had an awesome listener say that she wanted to see the families that we're talking about, and I love that. So I'm going to add a picture of Kristina, Zach, and their whole gorgeous family so you guys can see that. So just right here, there'll be a couple pictures of them. I know, right here. So here they are. Also, I thought it would be good to start with a little bit about you this time. So, especially because yesterday was a very special day for her. Yesterday was her birthday. So, 21st is what Zach said.
Yes, 21. Yes.
Which we love a 21st birthday.
Went out partying on the
I
town,
know, 10 years on tour. We were 11 when we started.
Yes.
No, I love it. But happy birthday.
Thank you.
So, what is something you do every day without fail?
Well, it's kind of random and really weird. Like, I eat breakfast every single day, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't eat breakfast."
Yeah, I don't.
Like, I have to. Like, when I wake up in the morning, I am starving.
Really?
Yes.
What do you normally eat?
Well, it just depends. So, like, I try to go to the gym like 5 days a week.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to the gym, I'll just eat like oatmeal, like overnight oats or something like that. Or if it's like a day that I'm not going, I'll just have like eggs and very high protein.
Huh.
Yes.
I should start eating breakfast. I just have too much coffee, and it's like a appetite suppressant. So then I don't end up eating until lunch, and Lord knows that's probably a problem for everyone around me. Hangry Brittany. What is something that you love to do for just you that's not work-wise?
The gym.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's why I mean crazy fitness mom. No, fabulous fitness mom is what it is. Yes. But did you start at a new gym or you just started?
Yes. So we did CrossFit for like 6 years, and then we kind of got out of it, that gym, and then we found a gym like 10 minutes from our house. And it's HIIT classes.
Yeah.
But they do a lot of CrossFit style movements, and they like to mix it up. So we really enjoy that. And Zach comes too.
Ah! Is it like instructor driven?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice.
So we do the classes, and usually there could be like 6 people in our class to 20 people. So it's really random. Yeah.
I saw you might start doing some classes.
Yes, so I have been just helping out with the classes now when I can. And
as like a teacher.
Yes, and then I'm getting my personal training certificate. So.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, do you remember what your dream life looked like when you were a kid?
Yes, to be married and have kids.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's fun. So you were kind of living it out. Did you want 2 or did you want like 12? My brother always wanted like a baseball team.
I wanted a boy and a girl, so I got
Oh, you got it. Oh.
Yeah. No, and like after I had Emma, she was a really good baby and stuff, and I always said, oh no, I'm fine with 1 because like how can you love another one? But you just do.
Yeah, your heart splits in 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It is pretty wild. I always ask my parents that. I'm like, how on earth? Because we call my little brother like King Robbie because he gets away with so much. But it really like he's just so much younger that he was basically like an only child.
How much younger is he?
8 years. Oh, so I mean, he was 10 when I was like out of the house. So I basically had to like meet him like when he grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like re-meet him. Like obviously I like changed his diapers and then he was like dating and asking for like girl advice, It's like so different. It was awesome though. Yeah. But so not only does she work for Southwest Airlines, like she said, she also started a gift basket company with her best friend, who's also named Kristina.
No, her name's Bree.
Bree. Okay.
Yes.
I gotcha.
Yes.
I don't know why I thought double Kristina, but so they started Triple B Baskets, which is awesome. I love it, especially because now they ship. So at the beginning, it wasn't always shipping; it was pickup, and they still do pickup. But talk to me about this. Like, how did you guys get started? What is the Triple B from?
So Triple B Basket stands for Big Bougie Baskets.
And they are. And they're fabulous.
So a mutual friend of ours was pregnant, and we were like, let's just get a bunch of us to go in on a gift.
Yeah.
And then we made this big bougie baby crate, and it was fabulous. And we were like, that was really fun, like, to do and make. And of course, who doesn't love to shop for a baby? So that was fun. And then we were like, we could sell these.
Yes.
So. And
like all occasions. So they do obviously like baby baskets, but I've sent friends like sunshine baskets, which I really like. I mean, I love like getting a package. Matt always gets packages.
Yes.
I like never get a fun package. So I was like, ooh, I can send this to my friend Marky.
Yeah.
Like, and it kind of came in like a perfect time.
Yeah.
So. But it's awesome. So you guys should check them out. It's Triple B Baskets on Instagram and Facebook.
We don't really do a whole lot on Instagram. It's mainly Facebook right now.
Okay.
So,
and they ship most of them.
Yes, we can ship anything. It's just hard. Some things are harder depending on what's in the basket.
Yeah,
so.
and like the crates probably.
Yes,
they're really cute because they have. It kind of goes like
it's
this.
like a baby closet.
Yes, and they set up like a little
Yes.
closet. It's very cute. But I was super excited about that for you guys.
Yes,
and it's just something like separate that you get to do.
Yes, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like work but passion too.
Yes.
So, how did you get here? Tell me the love story, like how you and Zach met.
Well, we met in 7th grade. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He moved here, to Bridge Creek. He moved to Bridge Creek in 7th grade. So that's when we like met because we were in the same class. We graduated together. So
did you like him?
Yeah.
When he like first came.
Well, it's funny because one of my friends like dated him. You know, like when we were in 7th grade, whatever you call that.
It's like say yes or no.
Yeah, right. Check yes or no.
Yeah, we like do the one arm hug like in between classes.
Yes. So, and we started actually dating when we were juniors. So
okay, those are where y'all's like first pictures come from.
Yes.
Is that age?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I was thinking high school. I did not know 7th grade though.
Yes.
That's fun.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
Is he like a big sappy romantic guy or pretty reserved?
He's pretty reserved, so he's not very like big and romantic. But he's romantic in a different way. Like he does things like gestures,
like
you know?
acts of service kind of person.
Yes.
Yeah. I think like I always ask this question, and I think I should rephrase it because I feel like romantic gets like a bad rap as far as like rose petals everywhere versus like
that's not him.
Like there's Matt as well, but like the way that they are romantic is like thoughtfulness.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So I feel like I should reword that question because I do think a lot of our guys are very thoughtful, but just not like Chippendale outfit or like buttons undone with like like none of that. I mean that would be cool, I guess, but could you imagine? Do you remember who said I love you first?
I don't, but it was probably me.
Yeah? More forward.
Yeah.
Was he shy? Like who?
Yes.
Did you ask him out?
No, he asked me out, but like I'm pretty sure I said I love you first. But like we're both shy too, so like in different ways. Yeah. Yeah. Like he can talk all day about fishing, you know, but like and like people like to say like I'm rude. This is kind of off that subject, but people say I'm rude, but it's just because like I don't go out and like start.
You're reserved.
Yeah, I don't start a conversation. But I'll talk when you talk.
Yeah,
like I'm not rude.
No, she's not at all. I actually, it's funny because Maggie said the same thing. Like she's like, I don't necessarily like initiate.
Yes.
But she's like, once you initiate, she's like, oh, okay, the gates are open. Like we're good. Like let's go. And I'm more of like the initiator of the conversation. Yes. So I think I like gravitate toward you guys because I'm like, well, I know that they want to talk to me.
Yes. Yes.
So y'all have been together for how many years now? Married, and then total, because Junior.
Yes. So we have been together 16 years now.
Ooh.
I know, like half of our lifetime.
Yeah, that's wild. Because next year you'll have been together longer than you've been apart. Is that what next year is?
Yeah. Yeah.
So crazy.
That is crazy. I didn't think about it.
I know.
Yes. And we've been married. We just celebrated 10 years in December. So.
Aww.
Yes.
So, small wedding, big wedding.
We had a small wedding. Well, I guess it was big for us because we went to Kauai and got married.
Ooh.
And so we had like 13 people there. We invited a bunch of people and we're like, if you want to come, you can come. But we didn't do like a bridal party or anything like that. We just did us, and then my nephew was the ring bearer.
I don't think I knew that either.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, 13 is actually a fair amount of people to go to Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah. It was mainly our family. But
yeah, but still.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love a planned elopement. I mean, I really
Yes.
do. Just like a destination wedding in general. I mean,
yeah, we wanted to spend our money on like what we wanted to do instead of a big wedding. So.
Yeah. No, I love it. Did you guys honeymoon there after?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we
That's
just
nice.
stayed for, I think we were there 10 days maybe.
Ooh. Yeah, that's
so
good. Nice.
We got there
time.
a couple days before we got married and then stayed after. So.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a song?
We don't really.
I was wondering, I asked Caravina this too, and I meant to ask like more people just because I like it. And when Matt and I like first met, me and my best friend were like obsessed with the London Bridge song, you know? Like, how come every time you come around and so I was like singing that to him. He sent me like a Snapchat video of him singing it back, and I was like, well, this cannot be our song, but like it is like a little, we're like more Cody Johnson, but
that's hilarious.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
So most memorable moment or memory together. It can be actually fishing and non-fishing.
Okay, so let's see. It would probably be like getting married and just having kids.
Yes.
Like both of our kids.
Did you, and I'm going to ask them like a little bit more about the kids in a second, but did you guys plan to have your kids in the off season? And I know you can't really like plan those things, but like.
That was the goal. Like that was the end goal. But it didn't work out that way.
Did they come in the middle?
Yes.
I don't remember.
Emma was June, and so she was 3 days old when he had to leave to go to Potomac River.
Oh my God.
And I flew with her when she was 9 days old up there, and then I just spent my maternity leave on the road with her and him.
Yeah, because to give you perspective on that, we are not going to be home at all in June this year, and I don't think we've been home any June for the last 3 years that we've been traveling, so I can only imagine. June is not a good month.
No.
It's just not.
So we went there, and then I believe we went to Florida to his dad's house because we had like a week, and then we went to somewhere in Raleigh, like near Raleigh. And
probably like Norman or something.
It was something like that. And then we went to New York.
Oh,
yeah. And then
she saw all the states before she was even like a month old.
And then we went to South Carolina to the Forest Wood Cup.
Oh my God.
And then we came home.
Yeah.
That was like pretty much the end of my leave.
Not a good month. Unless you're cool with traveling with a 10-day-old.
Yeah.
That was like Blaze, he came out 2 weeks, like she was out, and I was like, you're Kristina Burgeon it right now.
Yes, and Reed was September, so he was, and Emma came early, like 2 weeks early. And so I did not know when Emma was going to come, or I mean when Reed was going to come, because she came early and she was my first. So then I was like, oh, I don't know. But he was September, and Zach was in either Michigan or Wisconsin up
Team
there.
Series is in September.
Yeah.
So he was probably Team Series.
Yes. I can't remember what. Maybe it was the pro circuit.
Oh, maybe
yes.
they do like the
and
last
then
couple of them.
he came home and we had him like a day or two later.
At least he waited.
Yes.
So Zach was there for both of them.
He was.
Yeah, that's good. That's perfect.
Yes.
I mean, non-perfect, perfect timing.
I know. Well, I started having contractions when he was at that tournament,
Oh, no.
and I was like, and I ended up going to the hospital in the middle of the night. My mom took me, and he was like, let me know if I need to book a flight. And I was like, I don't think you're going to get here, like, if I were to go into labor, but I would try.
I would try to let you know. No promises. Cross my legs a little.
Yeah.
But once that starts going,
Yeah.
there's no stopping it.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was just random contractions.
Dang.
They weren't consistent.
I mean, obviously, I do not have kids, have not had kids, but I feel like everyone's pregnancy stories are a little different, and it's all kind of like all scary because not any of them are. They're not the same. They're not alike.
No. Like, my labors with the two of them were completely different.
Dang.
Yeah.
Are you guys planning on a third? Are you?
Knock on wood. No.
Yeah.
Zach needs to.
Yeah. Take care of some things.
Yeah.
So, obviously, traveling can be rough on the quality time part. We all say that. But what is y'all's go-to date night or activity at home and on the road? Or do you have one?
So,
Matt and I struggle with this, so you don't have to have one. Like,
we're kind of chill, like, you know, if he's been gone for a while and he'll be home for like a week or something, we'll like go out to dinner or something, but we usually just like to chill at the house because he's on the road so much. It's nice to just be home.
Yes.
So
I know. We like basically veg out. That's our. We have one place that we love to go when we're at home, and we normally hit it on the way home.
Oh,
and then like once we're home, there's a grocery store right next to it, so we'll get like what we need, and then just like never leave.
That's nice. Yeah.
Because it is. It's like, I mean, when you're home, you just want to be there.
Yes.
Do you like to fun fish with Zach?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I don't get to go very often because it's so crazy, but. Yes, I do.
And outside of fishing travel, do you guys have somewhere else that you like to travel as a family?
The beach.
Ah. Does he like the beach too?
Yeah. But our kids love the beach.
Yeah. Ooh, I love the beach. Matt, we go, but he like surf fishes, you know, while we're there. But I love to like lay out. So
Yeah.
I basically should have been a lizard, is what it is.
I say I like to fun fish with him, which I'll fish for a little bit, and then I'm not catching anything. Obviously, I get bored, so then I lay out, and then I'll fish some more. So it's kind of like back and forth. But.
I like to catch. I don't like to like. If he wants to fish, you know, and like search for fish, then I'm reading.
Yeah.
Or sunning or something. But I do. I like to catch the fish.
Yes. Same.
So, family-wise, we've kind of mentioned, but just to give you a rundown of who is in their family, talk me through everyone. Let's do you and Zach, and then they have Emma and Reed.
Yes.
And
we have
puppy.
Oakley and Hammer. So we
2 puppies.
Yes, Oakley's at home with our friend.
Oh, yeah. Hammer is here.
Hammer is here this week. Yes.
And has a middle name.
Hammer
time.
Hammer time. Yes. So he's 5 years old. He looks like a puppy, but
he does.
He's a smaller lab because he's a British lab.
Oh,
so
I like that though. He's
a
good size.
I know. I like how he's.
And his tail is still like super thick.
Yes.
You know, like puppies end up with that little chunky tail.
Yes. And then we have Oakley, and she is 2.
Is she also a lab?
She's a labradoodle, so she doesn't shed. So
with the curls.
Yeah. Yes, she's not like super curly, which I like because I just don't like the really like kinky curls.
Oh, you have to get the mat. Yeah, the mats. And all that.
But she's chocolate colored, and
and he's black.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a chocolate lab. I mean,
yes,
labradoodle too, but we grew up with chocolate labs,
right?
Just regular.
Yes.
So, Emma and Reed. Emma and Reed is daughter and son, and Emma is now...
She'll be 7 in June.
That's crazy.
I know.
And Reed?
He's 2.5.
Yeah. It happened so fast, I feel like. I mean, really, he was like just...
I know.
This little with like big blue eyes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So what are they into?
So Emma, she likes, the girly stuff, but she also is very into sports, and we have a pond, and Zach stocked the pond, so she likes to go down there and fish and all of that. Reed,
well-rounded.
yes, Reed, he would just live outside if we let him. Like, that's why I'm kind of tan. Like, he just wants to be outside all the time.
That's fabulous.
Yes.
Though.
So we have, just a little bait on his fishing pole, and it doesn't have any hooks on it because he's wild. And he'll just sit down there for hours and just cast. And, like, he'll get tired of the reeling because he just wants to cast it. So he'll be like, you reel it in. But then he wants to drive his trucks and his boats and...
And he's really into speedboating.
Oh, yes. He wants to go fast all the time.
You're going to have your hands full, is what you are.
I know. He's a lot.
Are you worried?
Yes, he is a lot. He's great.
Was Zach like that as a kid?
No, I don't think so.
Was Zach more like her?
Yes.
Were you like that?
No.
No.
he constant, like, go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, then he might be a fisherman. I mean, I truly think, like, part of the underlying qualities of a professional fisherman is, like, ADHD or OCD or, like, heavy movement humans.
Zach is definitely OCD. Like, everything has to be clean before he fishes the tournament. Like, he wipes everything down. Yes. Cleans everything up really good.
Does he do labels and everything too?
Yes.
Like, yeah. Everything has a spot. I love it. Like,
yes.
It is very, it's nice. Super detailed.
Yes.
It's very nice.
Yes.
Not in the house, only in the boat. Let me tell you. Yeah, in the shop. If a little speck of dirt gets on his boat, he sees it. But in the kitchen, it's non-existent. It's not. For real, though. He's such a mess. Yes, he's such a mess. Oh my gosh. So do both of them know, like, that he leaves and comes back, or are they not quite there yet?
Oh, they know.
Yeah.
So Emma, she definitely knows. Reed knows too, because he'll be like, I want my daddy to come home. I'm like, well, your daddy's like in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, I want him to come home. And I'm like, well, it doesn't just
work that way.
Yeah.
Does he just think he's working?
Yes.
Is that what they both think? Do they want to travel?
Yes. So we used to travel with him until Emma started pre-K. So this is our third year of just going when she's out of school. So.
And does she like, is that, she's cool with that now? Mm-hmm. I mean, not that it's her choice either way, right. But like, that is what stopped the traveling, right? Is school.
Yes. She would rather go with him, of course. But
do you want to be a homeschooler?
Not yet.
Have you thought about it?
I have, but me and her, I don't think at this age we have the personalities
that would do it.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are, me and my mom were like too similar, which I didn't recognize when I was growing up because I was so independent. But like now that I'm older, I'm like, I am the spitting image of her with like the logic of my dad. So like it's a cluster is what it is. But yes. I can understand that. I couldn't imagine her trying to teach me school.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying to teach Emma school.
Yeah. I feel like it would have to be like mutual understanding.
Yes.
Like,
so maybe when she's a little bit older.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I mean, maybe if you were like, you only have to do school until like this time. Although, I think it was at a luncheon, Bobby was saying that there are some like courses you can take online. So some of it is you, but then some of it they can do as well, like with a teacher, and that would be kind of nice.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Always things to think about.
I know.
I mean, I think it would be hard both ways.
Oh, yes.
Like to be a homeschool mom and then also to not travel.
Yes.
So I think you kind of do a very good job with like blending it though. Yeah. I think y'all do it.
We try.
I mean, I still see you all the time, you know, so.
And Emma she didn't know any better other than to travel, you know, so she was just, she traveled from life. She traveled from 9 days old. Now, Reed, on the other hand, you know, I feel bad for him because he doesn't get to see near what she got to see or gets to see. Because the first time we flew with him, I believe it was last year sometime. So he was like just turned a year or maybe like, and like we flew with him. That was the first plane he had ever been on. And
it was terrible.
Oh, it was awful. But now
was that to the Red Crest?
I I believe it was.
Oh my gosh.
Last year.
Yes, when you were not sleeping.
Yes. He's still not that great of a sleeper.
It's because he wants to be outside.
Exactly. He'll wake up in the morning and be like, "Where's my boat?" So I'm like,
oh my gosh.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's still dark outside.
The boats are not running. They are not. They're not in session right now. They're out of gas.
Yes. So, but he does better now. So
Yeah.
we've been on multiple flights with him now, and he does better. I think it's more so because like he understands like he has to sit down like, in a seat now. Like whereas a year he wasn't even walking yet, I don't think, or maybe he was just walking, and so now he understands a little bit more. Like I have to sit right here. I don't have any other choice.
I can't move around.
But I have to have so much stuff for him: snacks, toys, everything, like to keep him occupied.
Does he have like a flight limit? Like, do you guys just not like to fly over a certain amount of time? That's a random question.
Well, out of Oklahoma City, we have to connect everywhere pretty much.
So it's shorter anyways.
So, yeah, we go somewhere, connect, and we'll usually, like, let them run at the airport and then get on the next flight. So
that is awesome. I feel like he'll do great things because most people that are, like, have the energy, you know, they just are, like, wildly successful.
Yes.
So, there's so many new moms, first-time moms in Major League Fishing right now, which is awesome and crazy. And they're all, like, boys. Well, actually, minus 2. We have Stormy and Cameron, and they're both girls.
Yeah.
So, there's a mix. I don't even know why I said that. There's a mix. So, what is something, this is kind of like a roundabout advice for them. Like, what is something you do to help with that transition of Zach leaving if they aren't planning on traveling? Or is there a way to like...
I don't know because like I feel like we're so busy and so when he leaves, yes he leaves and like we miss him, but we're so busy, it's constant go that we don't have time to really stop and
skip a beat.
Yeah, and so we're just going until bedtime, you know? So like in the mornings when we wake up and you know he's gone for a tournament, it's crazy in the mornings because I'm like trying to pack lunch. I'm trying to get them both ready, you know, out the door on time, which they wake up early anyways. And that might be harder for me. I don't have to wake her up for school, but because they're both running around at the same time. So it might be harder unless I got up at like 5 and started packing lunches and stuff like that. But
who wants to do that? No one wants to do that.
So it's definitely like crazy when he's gone. And then, you know, she goes to school. He goes to Mother's Day out twice a week.
That's nice.
He really likes it.
So. And you probably do too. It just helps.
It was nice for him too. I think he really needed it. Not so much that he was behind. I think boys are just slower at things. Like Emma was walking at like 9 or 10 months. He did not walk until like 14 months. They're just slower. Like I feel
like they do things by like necessity versus like if they don't have to do it, then they're not going to do it. You know, until they like need to. Yes, and that's the other thing like that.
Is, you know, like when before he could talk, he would just like scream and point like like, and you know we just give it to him to get him to stop, you know, but like. So he didn't have to talk for a long time, you know? So.
No, I think it was good probably then. And socialization and all that good stuff. Yeah.
So it's crazy when he's gone.
And crazy when he's there probably too. It's just more like 2 more hands.
Yes.
Yeah, it probably will be like that until they're older.
Yes. And luckily, we have a lot of family close. So.
Ooh, I love a big village.
Yes, it's nice. It's very helpful. And so, like, I work from home. Obviously, Reed can't be there while I'm working because I have to take calls. So he either goes to my mom's or he goes to Zach's mom's. So Zach's mom lives right across the creek from us, and my parents live 2 miles down the road. So,
that's so nice.
And my sister helps out a lot, too. So.
Dang. Yeah, that's a good village.
Yes. Yes, very nice.
Love a large village. So traveling with babies, any advice on that? Because I know you did it with Emma and then didn't necessarily with Reed. So
yes.
What's like, I guess a piece of advice?
I mean, a lot of people say like you're having a baby, like it's gonna stop, you know, like you can't do that, and that's not true. Like you just. Obviously, you have to pack a lot more things and fill the truck up, but you just pack them up and go. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And that's what I still do to go do things, you know. You just take them with you.
Yeah, bring them along for the ride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was talking to one of my best friends about that. I'm like, I feel like everyone always says that, regardless of like your area of life and like what you do. They're like, the baby is going to change your whole life versus you bringing the baby into your life. Like, I feel like you can do that. You don't have to change your life necessarily for them. You can bring them into your life. Like, that's why they were chosen to be your child.
Right. Yes. And that's just what we did, you know. Like, I left with her when she was 9 days old and just filled that truck up.
Yeah. Truck and boat.
Here we go.
All the baby items.
Yeah.
What is it? The Beverly Hillbillies with like the rocker on the top.
Yeah. I mean, it's harder just because like it slows you down more.
Yeah.
But I think that's good, you know, to have to slow down a little bit more and soak it in.
Yeah, and concentrate on different things, making sure she sees different things too. Oh, I think so. So how do you personally cope with him leaving, or is it just kind of what you said, like it's just nonstop, so it's not really like you're like...
Yeah, you know, it is hard with him gone, but that's just like our life, you know, like
it's part of it.
We knew that, you know, into dating and getting married, like that's what it would be like, and that's part of it. That's how he makes money. Yeah. So he's working.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. So what is the best part of loving a tournament angler?
I think it's like I'm really competitive, and so like he is very competitive, and so I think it's just that, like the competitiveness and the hard work. Yeah. Like he's just a super hard worker.
It's nice to watch. Yeah. Like it really is. And help along with it, because I feel like when you're both running in the same direction, like you're just like unstoppable. Like it makes me feel unstoppable is what it does. Yes. Even though I'm not like technically catching the fish, but I feel like it is it's such a group effort. Yeah. Yeah.
Like we're doing everything on the backside. So
it's huge.
Yes.
And what do you think the hardest part of loving a tournament angler is?
Him being gone. Yeah. But then I just, you know, I have to tell myself like that's his job. He's working and making money. So.
And absence makes the heart grow fonder, or whatever, whatever they say.
Yeah, right.
I do think, though, like, someone mentioned this, we did, like, I can't remember, I don't know where this was, but somebody mentioned, like, when they're home, you can be full force at home, because it's not like he has to also run off to a 9 to 5. Like, well, you have projects and home stuff, and, like, he has fall militia and stuff. Like, he has those things, but, like, it can be a full-time at home if he needs to be full-time at home, which I think is invaluable, especially nowadays, because everyone's so separated, you know? Yes. So I do, it's hard, but I do think, like, it can be good, too.
Yes, definitely.
So last question, we're going to take a little bit of a break. If we had a WAGS fishing tournament, so Wives and Girlfriends fishing tournament, which wife or girlfriend or fiance do you think would win?
Oh, gosh.
And you can say yourself, too.
I mean.
Duh!
I'm just kidding. I've never thought about that.
I know. And then everyone was like, can we do team? Or some people were like, can we do teams? And I was like, maybe like at a pond. So it's like mainly catching, right? Yeah. So everyone kind of has the same. Yeah. Like if we did a pond, everyone had to pony up to like the side of a pond. You could walk and everything.
Oh,
but
if
like,
it's a pond, it's me.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Definitely.
Just give me a frog and a Cinco and I'm good.
I think it would be so fun.
We should do that.
I think we should do like a small but with boats and have teams. I think it would be so fun.
Yes, that would be.
Just like a little like pro-am, but with us. And someone else was like, can they drive the boat? So like we would just be catching. And I'm like, ooh, that would be really fun. Yeah. Like Matt would be like get me in the area and I would be catching. I could not imagine. That would be hilarious.
We need to put that together.
I know.
That would be fun.
It would be fun. I was thinking like maybe at like Red Crest in the future, you know, do us while they're competing, and it would just be like an hour or two. Yeah. You know, so it's thoughts. Yeah. But I'm like, I mean, otherwise we're at the expo all day, so it's not like we aren't there, you know? I think it'd be fun.
We have to have cameras on the boat because
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
We gotta have these fish catches on camera.
I think it'd be so fun. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back. We'll dive into like their tournament world and how they navigate it, because obviously it has changed, so I think it's good to have that advice. So we'll be back. Okay, we are back. So let's dive into the tournament world through their eyes. So starting with, what is your favorite thing about the tournament fishing world and like this life?
The people and just getting to meet new people and the whole fishing thing. Like,
Yeah.
I just enjoy everything.
Being a part of it. Me too. Has it changed at all through the years?
Yeah, definitely. Like from when we first started, you know, like we don't have weigh-ins anymore, so
Yeah.
still get to go to takeoff and stuff, but you don't have like the weigh-in where it's like a couple of hours after they come in, and you know you can congregate with all your people. But
yeah, and see all the wives that way, and like
Yeah.
friends and family. I know. I'm glad that they started doing those activations, like the fan engagements on Saturday and Sunday, mainly for that. Like,
Yes.
because I felt like there was like such a disconnect with getting to at least see some of the fans.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So backing up a little bit, was Zach fishing professionally when you guys met? So again, they were juniors.
We were 7th grade when we met.
Oh, I'm sorry. When y'all started dating,
Okay.
like, did you know? I
I
guess you could do it either way. Was he fishing in 7th grade too?
He was fishing just like local tournaments and stuff like that. But when we were juniors, he was probably fishing like BFLs at that time.
Okay.
And just like local club derbies.
Yeah.
And close to home.
But
so.
still like tournament fishing.
Yes.
So his path here was what? Like, how did he get
So
from BFL to Bass Pro Tour?
we graduated in 2009, and then he went to college and he graduated with his wind turbine degree.
Cool.
So he worked on those, and
in the air.
yeah, and he's scared of height. And so, like,
Did he know? Was he not told he would be going up?
Yeah, but I mean, he would send me like videos of him at the very top. You know, of course they were like harnessed up and stuff, and like obviously the wind blows really hard here, and he would just like be swaying like.
Oh my gosh, I'm surprised he was able to go.
Yeah, so he did that, and then he didn't.
Did he fish in college?
Yes.
Okay.
So he fished for OSU.
Okay.
He won the college national championship with bass, and then shortly after he won that is when he started working on the turbines, and he didn't do that for very long because he had at the time it was called the Rayovac Championship, which is now the Toyota Series.
Okay.
So he had that championship coming up, and his boss was like, "Oh, I can't give you like that much time off yet at this time." He was like, "So you've got to pick." Well, Zach was young at the time, and he was like, "Well,
I pick fishing.
I'm gonna go fishing." And so he was like, "I can always go back to work."
Yeah.
So he went to that tournament and actually won that tournament. And that qualified him, and then kind of funded the very first year of his rookie year, 2015. So
and
on the FLW tour.
Okay, he was qualified for the FLW tour.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yes, and so then it just escalated from there.
So did he go FLW turned into FLW Selects? Like how do you remember?
Well, they all changed names. So
Yeah.
Rayovac was the Toyota Series now. FLW Tour was the
Pro Circuit and then Invitationals.
Yes. So he fished on the FLW Tour, and then he was also fishing the MLF Selects.
Okay.
And then when MLF became BPT, that's how he got the invite for that originally.
Gotcha.
So
I keep thinking it's my camera when I hear the buzz.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
good. No, I thought this was, and then I was like, ooh, maybe it, because you might see it eventually, but my camera overheats. And it'll cut off, and so every time I'm like, oh crap. Because with Iris, it happened like literally 5 times.
Oh no.
I like put it in the freezer. I'm like, I don't know what's happening to your yeah, so sorry. No, so he has been then on BPT since it was like original.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then has he always wanted to be a professional angler? Obviously, kind of, but
Yes. So he always grew up, fishing. Like on the weekends, he would be because he grew up in Arkansas until they moved to Oklahoma in 7th grade. So him and his dad and his mom would just go out on the river like every weekend or a lake, and they would just fish. They were catching dinner at the time. Yeah. Probably, but and then they would fish tournaments when they had tournaments.
Nice.
And
so he's living actually what he wanted to do as a dream.
Yes.
Very nice. Yes. So what has been his favorite moment or biggest career high so far?
I would say like winning the college national championship, because that kind of like started it, and then winning the Rayovac championship, that started his career.
Yeah.
So
made it possible.
Yes.
I know, like I know people understand that it's like an expensive sport and hobby, but I don't think they realize like how expensive it actually is. So to get a boost like that at the beginning, I mean, some people like Matt couldn't have done it without he won a Toyota Series event and it like funded the pro circuit. I mean, there's no way he could do it otherwise because it is so expensive.
Yes.
So what has been your favorite moment of his career?
I think all of it, because there's when the highs are high, they're high, but you have lows of this of fishing, and there's a lot of them. Yep. And so he's always usually a pretty consistent angler, and last year was like the second Red Crest that he did not qualify for. Well, I guess it would have been this year. Yeah. And so he just, there's so many lows and highs that I think I just enjoy it all. Yeah. Because you get to see and like
the whole process, and then it come together when it does. Yes. Yes. No, I like that. I mean, I love this life, so I feel like it would be hard to pick a moment for sure. Yes. So obviously you aren't traveling full time, but you do travel. So do you guys stay in hotels, a camper, Airbnb? What does he do when you're not there? When you are there, like what's y'all's setup?
So we stay in Airbnbs. When we are not there, they stay in Airbnbs also. So he stays with Ryan Salzman and Colby Shrimp. So
very nice. And then when you guys come into town, do you guys just stay with them, or do you get a separate Airbnb?
It depends. Yeah. Because it depends on when we can go. Yeah. Because Emma doesn't have school on Fridays, which is nice. So if they're semi-close, then we can, just go for the weekend. Yeah. But it just depends how big it is, too.
I actually didn't think about this. You're Southwest, so you probably get flights.
We get standby flights, and I do not do that with kids. At all.
So that would be because you might not get it. Oh, okay.
Yes. So we just buy all of our flights. Yeah. Which we have the Southwest credit card, so we just use points for everything.
To do it.
But I'm not trying to do that with 2 kids.
No, I've never flown standby, but I hear like great and bad things. Yeah. Like mixed experiences.
it was really like I did it with Emma a few times before COVID, and then once COVID happened, it kind of just ruined everything flying wise. So
now it's just a nightmare.
Yes.
So favorite meal on the road? Do you guys cook at home, or do you like to eat out?
We cook.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah, so we cook pasta.
Yeah, any kind of pasta.
Yeah, because Zach and Emma are really picky. And
are they eaters?
Oh, yes. They're really picky. He's gotten better, and so has she. Yeah. But, like, they're not just going to eat anything at all. And so pasta, they'll both eat, and it's so easy.
Like, just buttered noodles?
No, like, we'll do spaghetti.
Okay.
Like, she likes ziti and Alfredo. So
fun dishes.
Yeah.
You should do Marry Me Chicken. Have you ever heard of it?
I have.
It's so freaking good. Like, it is so good. I make it, like, for the guys here, which it has sun-dried tomatoes in it. Yeah. So I feel like they might pick those out, but the sauce is like really bomb.
I bet that is good. I've seen it. I want to try it.
Yeah, it's super easy too. Yeah. So Marry Me Chicken if you want. It's so good. So do you guys have any superstitions or things that you do like tradition-wise every tournament?
Yes. So we do. My kids have fish pajamas, and so they have to wear those every night before, and then we do good luck cheers every night before, so we'll like FaceTime them, and
I love
they
that.
say their good luck wishes, which they have a whole spiel of those. So
I've seen Like poster boards too. I love that. Do you get new boards and then they can just like decorate them?
No, so we just have one that they decorated together. And
Aww. I love that.
Emma's thing, since she could talk, because we always traveled with him, then is she would always say, good luck, be safe, have fun, work hard, catch big fish, love you, miss you. So that was her thing.
Her spiel.
Yes, and Reed says it now. He copies her, so it's hilarious.
That's so
cute. Sweet. Yes.
Her little spiel.
Yes, she has a whole thing.
I love it. I love that so much. And their Jamies are so cute. They were at weigh-in, or not weigh-in, they were at launch this morning in them. They're so adorable. Which it's funny that they make them in all sizes, because I feel like I remember them being little in them too.
Yes.
Just upgrade every year.
Yes, and it's funny because they're Caden Lane pajamas, so they're like the bamboo, they're really soft. And every year they've come out with a different fish pajamas for like the last 3 years. Yeah. And so we have a set of all of them.
That's fun. Oh, that is fun. They never do fun things for adults anymore, I feel like. Yeah, you should see if they have one your size.
Okay, Caden Lane.
Yeah, I know, right? If you see this video. So what's your tournament day routine? Let's do when you guys are in town. Do you do anything specific on tournament days that is different than when you're not at a tournament?
Not really. Like when we're here, we just, we get up and go down to the launch, and then sometimes we look to see where he's fishing, like on his location, and we might drive over there and watch him, or then we usually just find something to do, play at the park, play outside, of course.
Yeah, of course. With Reed.
Yeah. So
what does it look like when you guys are at home?
At home, school, and then if I'm working, I'll work. But because I have a really flexible schedule, so
so you can kind of pay attention along with work. That's nice.
Yes. So, and if he has a camera, then we're usually watching that. Yes. But Emma, she likes to talk to when she sees him on there, she'll talk to him like he can hear her.
Like FaceTime.
She'll because she's like, he fishes better without his shoes on. So she'll be like, Daddy, take your shoes off.
Yes.
Like,
I know. I always know when Matt means business when the shoes come off.
Yes. So it's funny.
So what's something you do that you think helps him be more successful on the water? And it can be random, like some people have said, set the coffee maker up, beforehand, just anything random.
I think just everything that leading up to it, doing social media, making sure all of that is taken care of, so he can just focus on fishing. Yeah,
because you take care of the back end.
Yes.
As well as all of your other jobs, including motherhood, which is full-time.
Yes. Yes.
I was going to ask that if you did social media. Do you guys have someone that helps too, or is it y'all too?
So we have somebody that takes videos and stuff for us.
Nice. Perfect.
Which is nice. Yeah.
So getting the content is half the battle.
Yeah, I know.
So what's something you don't think most people know or understand about this sport or this lifestyle?
Just how hard it is. I mean, it's not you're just going out and catching fish. There's a lot more to it. People are like, oh, it must be so nice. You fish for a living. You're living the dream, which we are. But it's not just that. Yeah. It's sun up to sundown. How mentally tough it is on when he's gone and when he's, when we're all together. That is how they make money. So if you're not catching fish, you're not making money. Yeah. So it's just
difficult.
Yes.
It's not cold beer and music on a Saturday.
Exactly.
That's a different kind of fishing. Stress-free fishing. Right. So during the tournament season, do you watch live?
Yes.
Religiously.
Yes, I do.
Same. Can you watch in front of other wives or people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine, it just it depends. It really depends on who it is, how much they talk, what they say.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I don't like when people are against it or for it too much. Oh, he's a shoo-in. I'm like, all right, Fat lady has to sing, you know, like don't comment till the fat lady sings, or he's never gonna make the cut. I'm like, I will cut you. like shh. Like I need positive.
Yes.
So our last guest was Callie, and she asked this question, and I loved it. If you could meet or get to know a wife better that you haven't met yet, or don't really know well, who would it be and why?
So I don't really have one because, like,
Ooh.
I would like to get to know everybody because everybody has a different story.
Yeah.
And, you know, there are a lot of people. I have met most of them, but there are a lot that I have not met. And everybody.
Because it's 80, so or at least on MLF, there's 79, 80 of us, and not everyone travels. Actually, a fair amount don't travel because they have, you know, full lives going on.
Yes. So, I mean, I would like to know all of them.
Yeah. I think it's a good answer. I was like trying to think, and I was like, I couldn't pick one either.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, duh, I started this podcast because I wanted to meet them. It's like a built-in excuse. Hey, you want to come talk to me for a little bit?
That's why you started.
Yeah, that is really why. But it is like it would be hard. I mean,
yeah. But everybody has such a different story.
Yes, and how we got here and how you're even able to like sustain being here and like what you have going on back home, business-wise, non-business-wise. Like, it's pretty wild, actually.
Yes, very.
So knowing what you know now, like having been in the industry, would you choose this life all over again?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, duh. Like,
I love it.
Yeah, it's so fun. It really is.
Yes.
And obviously there's like ebbs and flows, but I still don't think that there's like another life that provides like the togetherness and like built-in success for marriage.
Yes.
You know, like I know it can be hard, but like you're still working together.
Right.
Like,
yes. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, really. Literally. The dream. So from your perspective, what do you think makes a successful angler? I cannot say that word every time.
I mean, obviously there are anglers who are single and out there that do it, but I think just having the support of your family is 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they still have to go out and catch the fish, but that's not weighing on the back of their mind when they have support. And you know, if I wasn't supportive of him, it would be a lot harder for him.
Yeah, I don't know how they could do it without someone fully understanding.
Yeah.
Because it is, like you said, it's so demanding. So I feel like if you can't understand that, like, it would be hard.
Yes.
It would be very hard.
Very.
Or if you just didn't have anyone to help, because there's so much.
There's so much to do.
There's so much to do.
Yes.
It's actually wild. So last question, and then we'll just wrap up with a few quick hits. What are you most proud of, that you and Zach have accomplished together, fishing or non-fishing related?
I think it's kind of both, but, you know, how far he's gotten himself, and, you know, we got there together. Yeah. And just as the family that we've built and the life that we've built around it, it's just...
So, sorry to back up a little bit. You guys, obviously, you knew him prior to fishing nationally. Like, what was that conversation like? You know, like, from, like, I'm standing on top of a windmill to, like, okay, I'm gonna go for this.
Well, let's back up a little bit more. When we first started dating, he was like, yeah, I said something about, like, the weekend, and he was like, yeah, I'm fishing a tournament. And I was like, you're what? And he's like, I'm fishing a tournament. And I was like, what is that?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Yeah. So I didn't even know that was a thing.
Tournament fishing.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. Yeah. And so then I was like, oh, okay. And then he would always say, like, to me and my friends, like, I'm going to be a professional angler. And, you know, and here we are. But,
so you really didn't know, like, what that entailed?
I did not.
When did it start, like, becoming, and obviously this is way longer of a question, but I was, like, thinking through, I'm like, I don't really know, like, when did it start becoming real?
When he started, like, fishing the Toyota Series and saying he wanted to qualify to fish the FLW Tour and all of that. And you're going to think this is hilarious, but So when he was fishing the Toyota series, which was the Rayovac, they were Everstarts at the time that he started fishing them. He was like, yeah, I need to raise money for this or whatever. And we sold those Otis Spunkmeyer cookies raise money for his first year of fishing them.
That's awesome. What?
Yeah.
That is awesome. Actually, why have we not thought of that?
Right? I mean, my dad probably bought the majority of them.
Yeah.
But
He just was the original sponsor.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Matt used to, like, make baits and stuff to, like, raise money, but, I mean, kids do it all the time for their sports leagues, like, with candles and stuff.
I, like, made this, like, packet, like, went around my work asking people, like, hey, you want to buy these cookies?
What? Oh, my God. That is awesome.
Yes.
Huh. So did you realize, like, it was for sponsorships? Like, I mean, when you said, like, raise money, obviously, was he looking for sponsorships too? Or, like...
At that time, we weren't, like, really, like, asking for sponsors and stuff because, like, I didn't know what that entailed, you know?
That is so awesome. That's so creative. I love that idea. I really do. I love that. I mean, literally...
Spunkmeyer sponsorship.
I know. That's awesome. But, like, Girl Scouts do it.
I know.
Like, obviously right now there's, like, a ton of things going around for leagues. Like, actually, her girls are in, Kristen's girls are in cheer, and they were just doing, like, a fundraiser where they were giving me, like, half a cow and, like, a whole, like, Yeti full of stuff.
Yes.
It's an idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be selling some Spunkmeyer cookies. That's awesome. Dang. Yeah. Okay, so that happened, and then when he qualified, was he still trying to work, or were you just working? Like,
so when he qualified, let's see, for the FLW tour, that would have been when he won that championship. So he was not working because he said, you know, I'm going to go fish. So he was not working at the time, and I was working at Southwest. I've been there 13 years. So
dang.
Yes. And then at that point is when we may have had a few sponsors before then, but it wasn't like paying sponsors.
Yeah.
And so then we started really working on that.
Nice. And then you probably got, like, more of an understanding of...
Oh, yes. Yes.
What it was. Hey, I'm right there with you. I had literally no idea. It just showed up at a tournament in Ohio. And I was like, oh, okay, we're bringing in fish. There's fish here.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. How we get wrapped into the things we get wrapped into, right? A nice little blue-eyed boy with a smile can just make you do anything. So we're going to wrap up with some quick hits. What is your PB and where did you catch it? So personal best bass. Let's do bass.
Yeah, so I don't know how much I weighed. It was like 6 something. But Zach's parents used to have a pond in their neighborhood, and I would go over there and fish it all the time. He would be at work at Bass Pro, and I'd be over there fishing, sending him pictures of the fish in the evening. So it was like 6 something. It was in a pond.
Nice. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, then obviously you would win the tournament.
Oh.
Pond fishing.
Most definitely.
For life. Just kidding. Go-to show or movie?
I really do not watch TV.
Yeah, I'll add in books because I read, like, a lot.
See, I don't even read.
No? Oh, dang, girl.
I know, but, like, I feel like once the kids go to bed, it's just, like, I sit down on the couch and I'm like, oh. Yeah. And, like, he'll sit there and watch TV, but I just go to sleep on the couch, and he'll wake me up, like, an hour later. You ready to go to bed? I'm like, yeah, sure. I try really hard to watch TV and, like, watch whatever he's watching, which... There are some shows that we got into, like Reacher.
I love Reacher.
But I just...
Minus the bad southern accent, but it's a good show overall.
As soon as my head hits the couch, I pretty much go to sleep.
Yeah, well, you're, like, full throttle all day, so it's definitely understandable.
Read's exhausting.
Yeah. I can only imagine. Can you back a boat?
Yes.
Ooh. How did you learn how to back a boat? Not a question on here, but just wondering.
Well, we were at Kentucky Lake, and we were there pre-practicing for an FLW tour event, and it was this just little bitty boat ramp. And Zach was like, all right, go get the truck. And I was like, excuse me, what? He was like, go get the truck. And I was like, oh no, I can't do this. And he was like, just pull up there and pull like straight up and just back it straight down. And it took me like a long time, but I did it. And then I just practiced after that. I mean, I'm not the best. No, absolutely not.
But you can.
Yes.
Yeah. Thrown to the fire. That was me as well.
Yeah.
Again, the boys can get you to do a lot. Like, please.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like thrown into the fire, the pond that I was talking about earlier. So Zach was with me like one of the first times I was over there, and I was fishing. Well, I caught a fish, and I was like, like
unhook it.
Yeah. So I like pull it out of the water, and I'm like, okay. And he's like, I'm not unhooking that. He was like, you have to do it. And I was like, what? And he was like, don't let my fish die. And he was like, put it back in the water until you're ready to get it off there. So I like put it back in the water on the rod. And then I was like, here. And he was like, no, like you're going to take it off. And so like, I pull it up there and it jumps, I'm like trying to grab it. Finally, I took it off. And then here we are now.
I don't like unhooking them. I mean, I can, but it's like not my favorite thing because of their spines. Like, and I'm just more of a jumpy human, so I feel like every time they twitch, like the guys will just like go in for it, and I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah, not me.
Like, I will put you back. Just be good. Like, so I know you said y'all are competitive. If you guys played Uno together in a group and you had to draw a 4-card, would you play it on Zach or wait until you got a reverse and play it on the next person?
Oh, on Zach.
Yeah.
I'm going to win.
I love it. Okay, just one more thing before you leave, and I'm taking this from another podcast, but I really do love it. What is a question you have for our next guest without knowing who that guest is?
It would be, if you have kids or if you plan to have kids, do you homeschool if you have the opportunity?
I feel like for me, which we're not planning on having kids, but like I told him, I feel like I would pack I do not want to homeschool by any means, but I don't know if I could like give up traveling. So I feel like I would be like, let's get an RV. Like, we're getting a dog because right now I can't have a dog because we do Airbnbs. And like I would figure out the homeschool thing.
Yeah.
But I mean it's a lot. Like that's like a full on thing.
Yes. Very much.
I know with Tilly they homeschooled, but they said back then they had like a clan where it was like 5 moms and they homeschooled together. Yes. Like, that would be fun.
Yes.
And then you're not necessarily teaching your child, like someone else's.
Yes, right. Yes.
So I think that would be fun. Okay, I will ask. So that is our show this week. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
If people want to follow y'all's fishing life or obviously your business, where can they find you?
Zach Burge Fishing and Triple B Baskets. And Zach also has Foul Militia Farms. So.
Oh, yes. We forgot to mention that. So, besides fishing life, her full-time career, their family life, they also have Foul Militia, which he has with his friends.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, it is
we have 100 acres, about 35 minutes from our house, and they do waterfowl hunts. So, if you want to come hunting... Give them a shout.
Hunt with them. Yes. Foul Militia. So that one is Foul Militia. So obviously, like what you were mentioning, you can be at home when you're at home, but most of them have like semi-projects that they're also working on. So that is definitely his. So even at home, he's still probably working a lot.
Yes, he does.
So, obviously, you guys know, I love all these women. I love to meet them. I love for you guys to meet them because I think, like we said, all their stories are so different and they're so beautiful. And I love how they got here and really how passionate they are and helpful they are to this whole entire journey of life because it is crazy. If you guys have any questions that you think I should ask or guests that you want to see on, I'll try to make that happen. I love all the ideas. Some of them I can definitely make happen and some of them I can't, but keep them coming. Drop them in the comments. I plan to still release 1 episode a week. It'll be normally on Thursdays unless our Wi-Fi is crazy. and all throughout this season. So make sure to subscribe to follow along. We are on Apple Podcasts as well now, so that's super exciting. And there is an Instagram page, Random Kitchens Podcast, just so you can kind of keep up with when I am posting things. So that is our show this week. I will see you actually next week. So, bye.
Bye.